Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And my husband. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let me I came to win. I don't make the rules. I'm not gonna hold you. I came to win. Okay. I came to win. I don't, like I said, I don't make the rules. Let's go. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go put some jewelry on just to spruce it up a little bit. It's my birthstone, y'all. Anyway, hi. It's Jaja, aka Luxa Shorty, aka Celestial Shorty, aka now known as E.T. the Healer. Hi. Today I want to talk about the thief of joy. I'm just kidding. Comparison is the thief of joy, and we will talk about that later. But imposter syndrome. That mother. The people need the words. The people need encouragement, because I know I'm not the only one that feels or felt like this. You feel me? So imposter syndrome is feeling like you're not good enough for your achievements when it was well deserved. And let me tell you, I suffer from imposter syndrome. Okay, so let's ask the internet. We don't have to go to Urban Dictionary because this is something that's people actually believe in and things like that. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it says imposter syndrome is a condition that causes people to feel anxious and undeserving of their achievements, even when they are successful in objective ways. So for example, I tend to feel as though I can't create art because I'm just not creative enough, when really all I have to do is look at my camera roll and see all the beautiful images that I made. All the creative things that I've ever done are right here in my phone to remind me that, yeah, you can draw. Yeah, you can paint. Yeah, you know how to play guitar. Yeah, you know how to, you feel me? Like, sometimes I just wake up and I'm just like, oh, I have no skills. I have no, you feel me? Like, I'm not extremely good. What if they, you know, people think I'm really good at what I do, but genuinely, what if they find out that I'm really not that good? And it's like, what version of me is this? Because I don't normally think like this. It's like, what version of me is this? Because I did all that and I do all that. I eat and leave no crumbs when I do what I do. But it's like, I disassociate myself. I detach myself from that person who's accomplished all these great things, you know? And I'm understanding that it's been a minute since I've really sat down and done the things that I'm passionate about, but that doesn't mean that I can't do them anymore. And that doesn't mean that what I've already done isn't great just because I'm not consistent. To me, imposter syndrome just feels so ironic. Like, I described it as it feeling like my left and right brain just fighting over whether I'm good enough or not. And that is because deep down, like I said, I know that I'm great, and I know that I'm powerful, and I know that I can have anything that I want, and I can be anything that I want, and I can manifest anything that I want. Because who's gonna stop me? No, I'm just kidding. But that right there is the cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is, I'm just in my notes for real. It's the feeling of dis-ease. Dis-ease. It is dis-ease. Okay? Feeling of dis-ease when having thoughts that conflict your actions or values is exactly what I was just describing. It feels like irony. So life just feels, it's ironic that I'm thinking like this because I'm such a motivational person. I'm such a confident booster for people and for myself and things like that, Like I said, it feels like your conscious and subconscious mind are arguing. It's a part of me that's saying, yes, I'm great. Yes, I'm great. But the other part says, oh, but are you great enough? Are you great enough? But then it's like, I never wanted to be great enough. I always just wanted to be great. You feel me? Like I'm just great. Period. Nothing comes after that. I'm great. So for the cognitive dissonance, you have to kill that with positive reinforcement. Whatever side of your brain that you side with, in this case, that's going to make or break you. It's about you and your mindset. Nobody can change that for you. You have to decide to change it yourself. And while you can receive compliments and people tell you you're great, people tell you this, people tell you that, you've achieved so much, you've done so much, you still may not feel like that's necessary. You will know that's true, but you will feel like that's not necessarily true somehow, even though there's evidence right in front of you. Where does imposter syndrome come from and why do we get it? I'll say one reason is the self-doubt. When you sit there and you do say, what if I'm not good enough, or I'm not good enough, or oh, I will never do this, or I'll never be able to achieve this, or I'll never be able to have that. That is self-doubt. So, feelings of insecurity and self-doubt are probably the main reasons of your imposter syndrome. And you know that we become doubtful of ourselves depending on our environment. The main thing that we should do to get rid of that is to boost that self-esteem. Boost that self-esteem, because even when you have imposter syndrome, you should be able to snap out of it. You should be able to snap out of it, and that's what this video is about. How to snap out of it. Another reason for imposter syndrome is feeling like we don't meet the expectations of the outside world, like our loved ones or our friends or our significant others. Feeling like we just can't meet their expectations, and we forget that their expectations are not our expectations. Okay, when we pay too much attention to the things that people may or may not expect from us, and they hold too much weight in our lives, that's not good. Because the only expectations that you should be worried about are the ones that you have for yourself. When we begin to worry about what everybody else wants and everybody else thinks and everybody else does, discourse, issues, because your subconscious is listening all the time. And so what they want is gonna lie in your subconscious. And sometimes when you tend to veer away from what your conscious and subconscious is used to, you start to feel disapproval. Now, the thing is, you shouldn't allow anybody to approve or disapprove of you. That's how I think about it. I don't want anybody's approval, so I also don't care for anyone's disapproval. Do what you want, feel how you want, say what you want. I'm me at the end of the day. When somebody else's expectations start to hold too much weight in our lives, then that's when we feel like we're not good enough, or we're undeserving when we can't meet those expectations. And I think that is such BS, because who sets the standards to life at all? You know, like who says, and then you can tell me that this person said, but then who said that they could say that and it actually hold weight? You feel me? Like, who said that they can say that and it actually means something? It's the meaning that you give these things. And so you just have to find your own definition of you, and your own definition of success, and your own definition of quality. Your own, you just have to have your own expectations, your own standards, and those need to be the ones at the top, on the top. Those need to be the ones that matter. Yours, your goals, your expectations, who you are, the person that you aspire to be, the goals that you want to reach. It doesn't matter what they expect from you. It doesn't matter what they want you to do. Of course, you can do things to make people proud, but you should always just make yourself proud. You can't do that with imposter syndrome. You'll never have peace. You'll never sleep. So that's why I say positive reinforcement. Do not project things onto yourself that you cannot carry. I'm going to say it again. Do not project things onto yourself that you cannot carry. You know how much you can handle. You know that you're great, and you know what makes you great. Okay, and the last reason why you might have imposter syndrome is because somebody is sending you the evil eye. And I say that because imagine when you have one of those days, quote unquote, one of those days. Basically, when you sit there and you try to get out of that, and you're doing everything that you can to do the positive reinforcement, to do the affirmations, to do the breath work, to do the, oh yes, I'm good enough, oh yes, I'm doing this, oh yes, I'm successful, oh yes, I'm proud, oh yes, you know, I'm positive, we're gonna stay positive, but you're just not feeling it no matter what you do. That's not your energy. Somebody will put their energy on you. You've received some type of, you feel me? Like, it's real. It's real out here. It could be due to jealousy. It could be due to somebody else having imposter syndrome and you connected with them. It could be due to somebody, you know, like, it could be anything really. But like I said, when you just know that this is not your energy, this is not the way that you want to think, this is not the way that you want to feel, and you're trying not to allow yourself to, then that's how you know that you may have received a little bit of evil eye. And so you need to sage, you need to do a self-care ritual, you need to do a self-love ritual, and you need to transmute that energy, or, you know, send it back if you do that type of thing, you know. But yeah, pay attention to who you're around, who you show your blessings to, who you share your blessings with, who you share your process with, you know, who you share your plans with, who you know, just pay attention to who's around you and your environment, because that has a big effect on the way that you feel towards yourself and within yourself. My message to you is that you are good enough. You're already good enough, right? But to remain good enough, you have to be able to grow. That is the only thing that you have to be consistent with. Growth, change, acceptance, acceptance of self. Accept that this is how you feel right now, but know that you can change. Don't let it defeat you. That is how you become the best of the best. Stop wanting to be perfect. Stop thinking that there's an end goal to your self-improvement, okay? Because you are never gonna be done healing and growing. You are never going to be a finished product, ever. It's just not possible. I'm just being real with you. Stop wanting to be perfect. Just stop trying to be perfect. Stop wanting to be perfect. Like I said, F them expectations because they're not yours. And so, back to the point that I made earlier. Comparison is the thief of joy. You should be your own standard. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Anybody comparing themselves to anybody would be like an apple to an orange. It's just not the same. It's not the same thing. There are different types of apples, different types of oranges. None of them are the same. None of them have the exact same molecular structure, if you know what I'm saying. None of us have the same DNA. None of us have the same personality. None of us have the same thoughts. Nobody has the same feelings. Nobody has the same anything. We're all different, no matter how similar we look or no matter how similar our lives have been. We're all different. We are all different. So trying to match or meet somebody where they're at, or not even trying to do that, but just like looking at the outside world and allowing it to dictate how you feel about yourself. That's just not it. That's not it at all. And you can't do that. So I say, if you did not come to disappoint, then you won't. Find the right people, okay? The people that you're around are a key factor to this as well, because they will, you want people who will make you feel good about yourself, people who will make you feel proud of yourself, people who will help you dissolve that imposter syndrome. Because what the hell, you have imposter syndrome? You of all people? You feel like that? You feel like you're not good enough? So many people look up to you. So many people are happy to see what you're doing. So many people want you to do more. It's you feel like that? Those are the type of friends you should have. So it's your fault if you allow this imposter syndrome to stop you, to discourage you. Ain't nobody out here discouraging you but you. You're accepting the discouragement. So therefore, you're permitting it. Therefore, you're discouraging yourself. You feel me? I've been talking about it this whole time. You have to change your mindset. That's super duper important. Okay, so I made a little list of things that we can do in order to transmute that energy that is not ours, or whether it's yours or not. You got this energy now, you better do something with it, So when you feel like you're not good enough, or you haven't done anything with your life, or you feel like you need to start doing more, you feel like you need to be more, you feel like this or that, build a portfolio. And that's actually why I had imposter syndrome, because I'm supposed to be building some type of portfolio, and I asked myself, what if it's not good enough? And I was like, oh my God, where did this thought come from? Why am I? So what I did was I just went and looked at it. Yeah, build a portfolio of doesn't even have to be anything in specific. Just like, I feel like when I love myself, I need to document it, because who am I going to show this to? There's so many people I can show it to. I could show it to my kids in the future when they feel like they have low self-esteem, to show them how to love themselves. I can show it to my friends when they're uninspired. I show it to my mom to show her how to create one on her own, you know, so that I can see myself being happy. I have so many random pictures and videos that I've taken of myself just because I was happy. And I'm gonna tell you, it's been the greatest help. Like when I feel sad, I just pull out my folder of the funny videos that I made in private, or I pull out my pictures and things like that, you know, just to remind me that, hey, I'm beautiful, and I'm smart, and I'm funny, and I'm kind, and I'm loving, and I'm peaceful. That girl you see in that portfolio, she don't have these thoughts, and that is the real you. That is the real you. This is the real me that's in this folder of photos and videos and things like that. The messages that I wrote and things like that. It's important to feed yourself. It's important to let yourself know you can't just receive compliments and expect and rely on the outside world to tell you how great you are. You have to be there to let yourself know that. And that is why I say build your own portfolio. Build your own portfolio. Videos and pictures of you just being happy. Videos and pictures of you just achieving things. Or talking about your achievements, or talking about your goals even, you know, to know that you at least you want to change, you want to get somewhere, you want to be something, you want to, you know, you can have anything you want. I'm gonna keep on telling you that. I'm gonna keep on telling you that. I'm standing on it. Like I said, I came to win. I didn't make the rules. You came to win. I know you don't make the rules, but you know you came to win, right? Yeah. The next thing I have on my list is for you to write an autobiography. And I know some of y'all might say, oh, who's gonna read that? You! It's not for anybody else. It's not for anybody else. You can share it, of course. People would love to hear about your life and understand what makes you you. But write an autobiography for you. Self. Write it for yourself. Do it for yourself, okay? Because when you do that and you go back and you read about your accomplishments, you can do it like it's a whole nother person. And just think, if you won't give yourself grace, give that person the grace to let them know how great they are and how proud of them you are, you know? It's all about giving yourself grace and understanding that these feelings are okay, and these feelings, they're sometimes inevitable. But the thing about it is we fear no evil, because we can always change. Anything that you don't like about your life, you can change it. It may take a minute. You may have to go the long route. It may be difficult, but you can always change. I'm just letting you know. Anybody that's expecting you to stay the same, that's not your crowd. Those aren't your people. Another thing is affirmations. And that is what the positive reinforcement is. Whenever you feel like you're not good enough, say, oh, I'm good enough. Oh, I'm good enough. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Point blank, period. I say that a lot. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm good. Everything is okay. Everything, simple phrases like that, you have to etch those into your mind. Like, I know it might be tedious and it might sound like, oh, you just saying stuff, but really, like I said, when you program your subconscious to know these things, automatically you start to doubt yourself. You got positive reinforcement. Your subconscious learns to do it. So anything that you say about yourself that's doubtful, even if you want to say it out loud, you need to counteract that with positivity. I'm so serious. I say be positive. People say be positive, and sometimes it gets aggravating. We not joking. Like, be positive. It like you, like it's kids in here. They listening. You feel me? Like they're impressionable. That's what I'm saying. Your subconscious is so impressionable. So you need to pay attention to the things that you're saying and the thoughts that you permit to go through your head. And I'm not saying police your thoughts and get on yourself for having those thoughts, but really you can just observe the thought and let it go. You don't have to remain doubtful of yourself just because that's how you felt for a moment. You can accept that. You can accept that sometimes you don't feel like you're good enough. You can accept that sometimes you don't, like things about yourself. You can always change that. That is the biggest thing, knowing that you can change, knowing that you can grow, knowing that you are in control. So my last tip on how to deal with the imposter syndrome is to make a plan to improve. You don't even have to, it doesn't have to be anything drastic, but say, what am I gonna do? How can I move forward in this situation? How can I assure myself that I'm whole in any situation that I encounter? How can I assure that there's nothing being taken away from the person that I am just because I feel this way? Or what am I going to do in the future when I feel this way? You don't even have to feel this way, But make a plan to improve. Make new plans for your life. Make a new life goal. Make a new plan. It doesn't even have to be large or anything like that. You just want to make sure that you know that you can progress. Make sure that you're always progressing. And even if you feel like you've made no progress, every little step counts. Every little step counts, no matter how big or small it is to you. It's better than not moving at all. It's better than not changing at all. When you don't change, that's when you become not good enough. When you don't accept things, that's when you become not good enough. So, I just want to tell you, you are good enough. There's nothing to prove. You're already who you are. You're already you. And like I said, because you're you, you have the power to change that. You can change the person who you are at any given moment, any given time. Because who's here to police who you are? You, nobody else. Stop forgetting who you are. Build that portfolio, write that autobiography. You feel me? Take some pictures, take some videos, talk about what you want to do moving forward, and be passionate about that, and be confident that you can accomplish that from the jump. That is important. Now, I just want to add this one little thing in because I be hearing people, I be seeing people, and it irks me. Accept compliments and gifts like it's your birthright. Like I know I said earlier, I don't care for anybody's approval or disapproval, but that's positive energy. You better eat that up, okay? Say thank you. Be grateful that you are you, or you have a you to be. You feel me? Because some people, they just walking around here empty. They have no passion. They have no soul, really, Be grateful for those compliments and be, it's just the universe coming to tell you, hey, you're great. In form of human, coming to tell you, hey, you're great. Hey, I love you. Hey, you're doing so awesomely, you're doing amazing. Yeah, take those compliments, accept that you are, say, I am that I am. Repeat after me, say, I am that I am, and I am who I am, and I love who I am, and I love what I do. I am that I am. And so when that is understood, you become confident. Do not be afraid to show your confidence. People will want to be your friend. People will want to love you. People will want to be you. People will look up to you as long as you're confident. It doesn't matter what you're confident about. Just be confident. And I will make another video about how to be confident and things like that on a later date. But like I said, we love a confident soul over here. I don't know about over there, but over here, I love me a confident person. I love to listen to people talk and they're solid of what they're saying. You know, they know that what they're saying is them is real, you know? Whether you wearing an outfit, whether you doing something with your hair, whether you go into the store and you dress down, or whether you go to the store and you dress up. You feel me? Like, you're never under or overdressed. It depends on the event. If it's an event and there's a dress code and you're under or overdressed, that's not good. But if there was no assignment to be understood, create your own. Be confident, okay? Like, just be confident. As long as you have a sense of the things that you love about yourself and the things that you want to improve about yourself, you are not an imposter and you are not a fraud. You have goals, you have a life, you're you, and nobody can change that but you. If you decide to be untrue to yourself, then that's when things go downhill and you really do have something to worry about. But I'm saying right now, if you have imposter syndrome, don't worry. Don't worry. It's just, it ain't nothing but the devil. Now let me stop. But it's not real. It is not real. Look back and just think about it. And then think about the things that you want to do. And if you don't know what you want to do, figure out what it is that you love right now. And I promise it'll help. The last thing I want to say is I'm proud. I'm so proud of me. And I'm so proud of you. Okay? I want you to be proud of you too. I want everybody to be proud of themselves. Like, you've come so far to be able to take in this information and accept it and be, like I said, be receptive to what I'm saying. You've come so far and I'm proud of you and I love you. And I really, really want to hear about success and growth and things like that, and lessons, whether they're negative or positive. I really care about those things when it comes to my circle, you know? So I just want to say, like I said, I love you and I'm proud of you, and I swear you're good enough for me. So you're good. You good. As long as you out here trying, you're good. Okay? Like I said, I love you. And I hope you guys spread the peace and love. And I hope everybody has a good day, because I sure am. Peace, love, and light, at Godspeed.